Hey guys, welcome to my review video for Little Women Atlanta Season 2 Episode 6. Before I get started, I'm just going to say that this video will be a spoiler if you haven't seen the episode yet, so you might want to watch it later. This video might be louder than others, so you might want to turn your volume down. If you want to see my previous review video on Little Women Atlanta, just click on the link in the description. Okay, let's get started. The name of this episode is Counterfeit Monie. M-O-N-I-E, not money, like cha-ching money, you know. Not that kind of money. Anyway, so the episode begins where they're showing Monie throwing food on Moreland because he said Minnie has feelings too, which was a very stupid thing to say because Minnie's not your fiance, Monie is. And she's all like, clean that up. And she's like, marry her then, since he said Monie has feelings too. And then she goes into the kitchen, and then Moreland follows her into the kitchen. And then Monie says that she's not okay with him asking Minnie to help her find the ring. And she said that he needs to respect her and the fact that Monie and Minnie aren't messing with each other right now. And yeah, he shouldn't have picked her to find the ring. And Monie said that he got monetized. M-O-N-I-E-T-I-Z-E-D. The definition is when someone's messing with money and she gets mad, she picks up the nearest drink and throws it on the person who's making her mad. Made up her own little word. Yeah. Excuse me. And then he says, I apologize, blah, yada, yada. Then they hug each other. And then after that, they show the twins and Minnie. Minnie goes over to the twins' apartment building, and then they start talking about stuff. They talk about Melissa, and Andrea says that Melissa was making it seem like they were stripping when they twerked. And because remember last time they were at the winery, and Melissa said, in the modeling world it's more respected. No, I don't twerk and stuff like that. So yeah. Yeah, they didn't have good things to say about Melissa. And then they bring up the maid of honor business between Monie. And then Minnie said that her feelings are still hurt about the fact that she wasn't picked to be Monie's maid of honor. And she said it was like a slap in the face. And she said deep down she wants to smack the whoo out of Monie. So yeah. Then they show Monie and Moreland going to the ring store to get her ring resized. And then the person at the counter helps them and whatnot. And then while they're waiting, Monie says that her dad and her brother will be coming out to Atlanta to meet them. And Moreland is skeptical about that because the dad's gonna have to choose whether he receives the blessing or not. This is the very first time I've heard receiving a blessing in this context before. So I guess that's a wedding proposal thing. Yeah, I've never heard of that before. So, yeah. Anyway, let's move on. The twins go on FaceTime. And because Andrea went into premature labor and she was in the hospital. She was having contractions 10 minutes apart. And to top it all off, her boyfriend Chris was fighting with her. They were fighting before they went to the hospital, and they were fighting at the hospital. And also, he ended up getting kicked out by the hospital staff for all that arguing with her. Isn't he something? Arguing with your pregnant wife, having contractions. Ain't he something? He needs to re-examine himself. Really. And I really think that Andrea needs to drop that zero and get her a hero because he is not treating her right. That's what I think. And then, well, they're on FaceTime, whatnot. And then Amanda says that Chris shouldn't be stressing her out. And then, and yada, 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 and more negative stuff. And then Andrea ends up hanging up on her. Then Amanda starts crying for her sister, and she says that even though Andrea doesn't like her talking about Chris, she needs to hear. She's trying to help out. And then her boyfriend Jordan comforts her. Jordan's a nice guy, and we're gonna find out later in this review. You guys are gonna hear why later in the review. Okay, next, Monie's brother and her dad go over to Monie's house. Then they sit down, and the dad asks, "How you guys doing with the bills and the money and stuff like that?" And then Moreland said that he pays the bills. And the dad's like, "No, no, 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 that's not enough." And the dad asks, "What does Moreland see in money?" And he said, I forgot what he said. I don't know what he said. I can't remember. Sorry, guys, I can't remember. Then Moreland gets up and walks away and stuff like that. I guess he got nervous and uncomfortable because he was kind of shiny. I don't know if that was lotion or sweat, but yeah, I think he was nervous. Not to mention he had never met him before, and they had known each other for at least a year. Yeah. Anyway, next, Andrea comes home from the hospital on bed rest, and then Amanda walks into her room. She's like, "Hey, did you miss me?" And she's like, "Lady, why'd you hang up on me?" And then Andrea says she hung up on her because she was tired of hearing about her talking about Chris this, Chris that, and that she wants to be with Chris. And Amanda says that at the end of the day, they have each other, and she needs to tell her that Chris isn't treating her right. Then they start getting into a heated argument and stuff, yada yada yada. Amanda says she cares too, all kinds of little stuff, all kinds of bleeping and stuff like that. Amanda just does not get it. She really doesn't. And then after that, Amanda's like get out. She's like, "Get out." And then Andrea tells Amanda to get out, and then Amanda leaves her appointment, and then Amanda starts crying because her sister hurt her feelings, and then she goes back to Jordan, and yeah, tells Jordan she's just trying to help her, and Jordan says to let her be a grown woman and to solve her own problems. I think that Jordan's right, because no matter how many times Amanda's trying to tell her sister, Chris shouldn't be doing this to you, Chris should be treating you better, she just doesn't want to get, she just doesn't get it, it's not going through her head. So I guess the last resort would have to be to have her learn the hard way. You know, it won't be great, it won't be sweet, but maybe she'll have to learn the hard way to understand. Maybe, hopefully, she'll go back and say, "Sister, you were right. He shouldn't be treating me like that," and whatnot. You know? And, yeah. Then, after that, Monie, Moreland, and her brother go over to a restaurant. And then Juicy shows up and meets her, Monie's bro and her dad. Then the twins and their boyfriends come. Then Minnie comes. Then Bree and Wuda show up. Excuse me. Then Bree and Wuda show up. And then somehow they start talking about how they were picked on as kids. And one of the twins said that when she was in elementary school, some girls started, she was in the bathroom and some girls picked her up and started swinging her by her arms. So that was terrible. And Juicy said that she was teased in school too, but she would be talking mess. And she would turn the negative things into positive, but she would still go home and cry because it would hurt. And then all of a sudden, Jordan starts talking about. Jordan goes in on their conversation. Then he gets a little teary-eyed. You know, he gets a little emotional, talking about he's tired of little people getting picked on, and they can't help how they are just because that's how they're born. Well, I've never really heard him talk as much until that moment. And that's what makes me think he's a nice guy. He has empathy, and I think he treats his girlfriend right from what we see on the television. Yeah. And then Juicy reveals that she doesn't have achondroplasia dwarfism. She has pituitary dwarfism. And then Minnie and the twins said that they have achondroplasia. And then I forgot who asked, but one of them asks Monie what kind of dwarfism she has. And Monie said that she never got tested for the type of dwarfism. Wait, she's been going all these years without knowing what kind of dwarfism she had? Wow. Yeah, she said that it didn't really get to her. Well, at that moment she wanted to know, but at first it didn't really get to her and her family. Her family didn't feel the need to get her tested for a kind of dwarfism and whatnot. Yeah. And then after that, Juicy said, let's have a toast to Monie and Moreland's engagement. And Monie's father's like, whoa. And he was like surprised because he didn't know. And Monie said that she wanted her dad to find out about the engagement through Moreland, because Moreland was supposed to ask him, may I marry your daughter? And Monie's dad said that he needs to know more about him in order to Monie's dad said he needs to know more about Moreland in order to give him a blessing. And then Monie pulls her dad aside to talk outside. And then the dad says that she's not convinced. I think he's not convinced, and he doesn't really see success. I don't know what I was writing. I was kind of and then Monie starts crying, and then she says that the way she was raised, she felt that she should have a man in her life. And her dad says that he'll give Moreland another chance, but he didn't give her a blessing, so he's gonna give him another chance, you know. And then after that, I think this is another day and whatnot, and it's another day, and they're showing the girls. They go over tubing down the Chattahoochee River. Yeah, and then they start they get their little life vests on, and then Minnie sits on the tube and she thinks that it might tip over. You know the little tubes? Yeah, just like big donut things. She thought that they might tip over, and she ended up getting put in a beer cooler instead. It's like a floaty thing, but it's not like donut shaped. And then they start playing with water guns, and then Monie fell off of the one of them fell off of the tube, and then Minnie fell out of the cooler, her little cooler floater, and then Moreland had tipped her over, and then Monie said that she wanted him to tip someone over to stir something up. Wow. And then they go sit down and have some food and drinks and stuff. And then Minnie asks Monie if she wants to know what kind of dwarfism she has, and she goes off on her. And then they end up talking about dwarfism, and Minnie says that Monie is just short. Hold up, girl. You got it twisted. You never know. She might have some kind of dwarfism. Even though she's like the tallest out of the group, she might still have dwarfism. And there are like 200 types of dwarfism. There's achondroplasia dwarfism. There's hair cartilage dwarfism. There's primordial dwarfism. Skeletal dysplasia. There are like around at least 200 types of dwarfism. So, no, shouldn't have said that. Guess she didn't know. And then Monie says that finding out what kind of dwarfism she had wouldn't change her life. And then yada yada yada. She says more stuff. And then Monie gets all irritated, and then she starts walking away. And that's the end of the episode. So I guess they're gonna resume with that next time. Then next time on Little Women Atlanta, Minnie learns some more things about her father. Monie gets tested for dwarfism. So I guess we're gonna find out what kind of dwarfism she has next time, hopefully. And then the twins start arguing again. So, yeah, that's the episode. Sorry if this video was kind of crappy, you know. I can't edit anything out or cut it out because my stupid computer program is tripping. So, that's all. Where's my paper? Yeah, thank you for watching. Check out my other videos. Hold up, where's my paper? Follow me on Twitter. Hold up, where's my little Twitter paper? Dag nabbit, I lost my paper. Well, if you want to follow me on Twitter, my link is in the description. Check out my other videos. Thank you for watching. Thumbs up if you liked it. even though this video was kind of crappy to me. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. See you guys next week. Bye.